What's up, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Pro Wrestling Society podcast. Um, Today, I'm going to be talking to you about some pretty interesting topics. First up is the Ronda Rousey versus um, Asuka. I can't pronounce her name, but um, I'm a fan of Ronda Rousey and also a fan of Asuka. So I'm pretty interested in this match in a way. But at the same time, I'm not really. I mean, I think uh, that. Okay, so reportedly, there is a rumor going around uh, that it's possible that Ronda Rousey is gonna face Ahsoka for something about the Royal Rumble. Um, and the streak, Ahsoka's undefeated streak, is going to be on the line. Um, so with that being said, I think that the way it's set up now, it's trash. Honestly, it is garbage because nothing wrong with Ahsoka per se. It's more Ronda I'm worried about because Ahsoka, she built her reputation and Ronda hasn't. She's still fresh. She's still kind of new to wrestling. Um, she's not exactly there as a professional wrestler. She's still sort of transitioning from MMA to wrestling, and she needs a lot of time to develop her character and to develop her persona, her reputation, her promos, stuff like that. And the way I look at her now, it's like she's doing a half baked job. Like, it's terrible, actually. Like, I expected more from her. She's ripping off of Roddy Piper's style. She's not trying with the whole her promos. I heard Paul Heyman say they needed more work. Um, Her persona is just not there. It's not what I expected it to be. It's not matured yet. Um, it just feels so gimmicky and goofy in a way. Actually, not gimmicky. um, so cartoonish, outdated. The list goes on. So, and for if Ronda Rousey beats Asuka, um, then man, I think the fans are gonna riot and they're gonna be outraged and rightfully so because um, Ahsoka is so talented and Ronda Rousey is just starting. So um, I think that if Ahsoka wins, I'm gonna be pissed off too because Ronda Rousey, I might be a fan of hers as far as MMA goes, but as a wrestler, she needs a lot of maturity and a lot of she has to be on the same level as Ahsoka, and because as far as I know, Ahsoka and Ronda are not on the same level. Like, Ahsoka is at the top and Ronda's at the bottom, so it makes no sense for WWE to make Ronda Rousey win that match. I mean, um, so if the match is garbage, well, then it's just garbage. I mean, not really surprised because WWE has been putting out a garbage product for like the past couple years, like for God knows when. But I mean, I hopefully Ahsoka won't lose her reputation and be buried like just be forgotten like all the other wrestlers in the WWE today. So I really hope that she doesn't lose uh, against Ronda in this match. Um, so, I mean, pretty much all I had to say on that. Next thing I wanted to talk to you about is I want to know what you guys think about the one match um, versus card, the card pack shows. I know Lucha Underground did this thing where uh, they had one wrestler, they had a one match for the whole show, one night only kind of thing. I think one, like they had I think Johnny Mundo go up against the Mac in one special event that lasted for like the whole show, as opposed to the normal stuff where they they have a card and a whole bunch of wrestlers matches are on the card. So I want to know, which do you think is better? Which do you prefer? Me personally, I like both because it depends on who's on the card, who I want to see. Like if it's something like uh on the scale of Undertaker going up against Shawn Michaels, then yeah, personally I'd like to see one match for the whole show, last the whole show and see it go down. But it had to be really, really good. Like it can't be no mediocre type of wrestlers. It'd have to be on that scale. I mean, because I want my money's worth. But um, as far as as far as the typical card um, pack shows where they have wrestlers, a whole bunch of matches and planned and whatnot. I like those too. Um, Sometimes I prefer those because you want to see everything go down. Um, a whole bunch of feuds and matches resolved in like one show, rather than having to wait it out and have them do it one by one. Um, because it just makes it loses its specialness after a while, and once you have it all in one piece, then you get hyped up for each match. But that's just my thoughts on it. And right now we're gonna jump into the what I think about fan and wrestler interactions. And by that I mean, when you see these fans, hear about them, uh, they go and meet a wrestler in person, and they ask for a picture, autograph, and whatnot, and um and sometimes there's some issues like with Brock Lesnar rejecting fans for outside of wrestling and whatnot, and um where do you draw the line? This is what I think. I think there's nothing wrong with it, um depending on who you're doing it to. Like if it's someone that definitely is not a people person, then I wouldn't talk to them out in person and try to annoy them, because it's just proper etiquette. Um, it's about, I mean, just they're wrestlers, but at the end of the day, they're still human beings too. So um, there's some boundaries that you gotta respect and not cross them, because that might piss them off and uh, and give them a bad image of you. So it really, you have to pretty much um, pretty much pick who you're, who you want to approach, and who you don't want to approach. Um, get a feel for what type of person they are before you approach them, and be respectful. Don't don't hate. don't don't do anything that you wouldn't do to yourself, pretty much. Simple stuff like that. So um but unfortunately, I think that I heard a bunch of fans, they keep pushing it, and it's like they have this sense of entitlement where they think that the wrestler somehow owes them something because they're the ones putting money in their pockets, which isn't the case. um where fans just aren't entitled to their private life, personal life, and that's just something that they got to accept, especially if they claim to be a fan. um know your place in wrestling. Don't try to cross any boundaries or stuff like that, and everything will be good. So, yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on that. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you